Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone thinks at some point diplomacy needs to kick in, but that will only happen when the conditions are right. The Ukrainians hope from their side, and I think all parties in this conflict accept that that's going to happen once a lot more fighting has taken place. Now, at the moment, that fighting is concentrated in the east of the country, the area known as the Donbass, and things are really hotting up there. In the Donbass, diplomacy feels a distant prospect. Russian forces are advancing towards the strategic city of Severodonetsk, trying to encircle the Ukrainian defenders. Heavy artillery and overwhelming force, which eventually won them the ruins of Mariupol, still their tactic. A senior advisor to Ukraine's president says only force of arms will end this conflict.
Russia sells nothing but war. It's only interested in expansion. Today it attacks Ukraine. Tomorrow it could attack any other country on the perimeter. Georgia, Moldova, and so on. There is no other formula but to subdue Russia today through an end to the war on Ukraine's terms.
But for the last few days at least, it is the Russians who've been getting their way. In the south of the country, the occupation administration there was keen to show off the hydropower dam they now control. And water has played a role in the build-up to this conflict. For 8 years, the annexed Crimean Peninsula was denied an important supply of it. Russia's invasion has got it flowing again.
The North Crimea Canal, the part of it that supplies water to Crimea, has been blocked for years. But since the beginning of March, we've been supplying water to Crimea.
Here in the capital, despite Russian gains on the battlefield, the mood remains defiant. Now that is in no small part due to the horrors that have emerged from areas retaken from the Russians. Places like Irpin, where 2/3 of buildings were destroyed. Or Moshun, once a village, now a wasteland. Back in the Donbass, even amid the horror, people seem to find a moment to reflect and maybe pray for a peace that seems as far away as ever. And in the last hour or so, we understand the parliament here has approved a request by President Zelensky to extend martial law for a further 90 days. And in reality, I think people here expect this conflict to go on for that duration and longer still. As I say, negotiations will take place at some point, but it's going to be when one side feels that they have lost on the battlefield conclusively, and we are a long way away from that.
Joe Inwood in Kyiv, thank you very much.